"I think my husband's cheating," she said. She had no idea he wasn't the only one. People always say there's no such thing as a perfect couple. But I've learned something worse. Sometimes the ones who look perfect are just better at hiding the cracks. My name is David Brooks. I'm a private investigator in London, though most of my clients come to me from the city's wealthier corners, shiny houses, fragile hearts. That's how I met the perfect couple. It started on a quiet Thursday morning. My coffee was still warm when the door opened and a woman stepped in. Tall, elegant, wearing a cream blazer that probably cost more than my rent. Her perfume lingered like a secret. "Mr. David?" she asked softly. "Yes, please, have a seat." She sat down, clutching her handbag a little too tight. I've seen that grip 100 times. It's the hold of someone who's about to lose control. "My name is Olivia Bennett. I think my husband's having an affair." The sentence came out smooth, practiced, but her eyes told a different story. Fear mixed with relief. Sometimes speaking the truth out loud is the hardest part. I asked for details. Her husband's name was Andrew Bennett, co-founder of a successful real estate firm. They'd been married for 8 years, no kids, 2 dogs, a picture-perfect home in Chelsea. He's been distant lately, working late, avoiding touch, lying about small things. It sounded ordinary. Too ordinary. Most infidelity stories do, at first. But when she showed me a photo of them together, something in the picture made me pause. The way they smiled looked rehearsed, like 2 actors playing a happy couple for the camera. "I just need to know the truth," she said, finally. "Whatever it is." I nodded. "That's what I'm here for." The next day, I started surveillance. Andrew's office was in a glass tower near Canary Wharf. Sharp suit, expensive watch, polished shoes, the kind of man who knows everyone's watching him. For 3 days, nothing suspicious. Office, gym, home. Like clockwork. Then on the 4th night, the pattern broke. Andrew left the gym but didn't drive home. He stopped by a boutique hotel in South Kensington, the Rosemont. My instincts tingled. People rarely go to boutique hotels for business. I waited outside for hours, and when he finally emerged, he wasn't alone. A woman followed, tall, brunette, laughing quietly. I zoomed in with my camera and froze. It wasn't his wife. It was Sophie, Olivia's best friend. I'd seen her name on Olivia's social media posts when I did my background sweep. Sophie and her husband, Mark, were part of the Bennett's tight circle. The 4 of them had gone on vacations together, hosted dinner parties, the whole perfect picture thing. That night, I watched Andrew kiss Sophie under the streetlight before they went their separate ways. The kind of kiss that didn't belong to friends. I've seen infidelity 100 times, but this one stung a little more. Maybe because I already knew Olivia would break when I told her. When she came to my office 3 days later, I didn't sugarcoat it. "I found proof," I said. She went quiet. "With Sophie," I added. For a moment, she just stared at me like I'd spoken a foreign language. Then a faint smile appeared, bitter and tired. "I see. That explains a lot." Most people cry, some yell. Olivia did neither. She only asked for the photos, thanked me, and walked out. But something about her calmness felt off. Too composed. Too controlled. So I did what I wasn't paid to do. I kept watching. 2 weeks later, another client walked into my office. A man in his mid-30s, sharp jawline, nervous energy. "Mr. David," he said, shaking my hand, "I need to hire you." The name hit me like a slap. Sophie's husband. "I think my wife is having an affair." Of course she was, with Olivia's husband. "Tell me about her," I asked, keeping my face neutral. He did. Every detail matched what I already knew. The business trips, the excuses, the long silences. "I just want to know who," he finished. "I can handle the rest." I wanted to tell him right then, but something stopped me. Maybe curiosity. Maybe the irony of the universe playing the same hand twice. So I took the job. It didn't take long. Sophie was careful, but not careful enough. She met Andrew at the same hotel, the same corner table, the same soft lighting. They held hands over wine, whispered things that made her laugh, touched like people who thought the world had paused for them. But then something new happened. The following night, I spotted Olivia, Andrew's wife, leaving her own apartment, dressed up, confident. I followed her too, and when she arrived at her destination, my jaw tightened. She was walking into Mark Ellis's building, Sophie's husband. Two affairs, two couples, a perfect symmetry of betrayal. It was almost poetic, if it hadn't been so tragic. Over the next week, I gathered evidence. Photos, timestamps, videos. Both couples thought they were the victims. Both were liars. I've seen infidelity, lies, cruelty, but this was different. It wasn't just cheating. It was loneliness, disguised as revenge. On the seventh day, I sat in my car outside the Bennett's house, watching through the rain-streaked windshield. The lights inside flickered, like the pulse of something dying. I thought about calling Olivia, telling her what I knew, but she already knew. I was sure of it. She wasn't looking for justice anymore. She was playing her part in a dance no one could win. The following Monday, both couples met, not by coincidence, by invitation. Olivia had arranged dinner. The Bennetts and the Ellises back together again at a quiet restaurant near the Thames. I watched from a distance. 4 people who looked like perfection itself. Laughter, champagne, charm. But under the laughter, tension shimmered like glass about to crack. At one point, Olivia leaned in and said something to Sophie. Whatever it was, she froze. Mark looked between them, confused. Andrew's smile faltered. And then slowly, Olivia reached for her glass and raised it in a toast. "To friendship," she said, smiling. No one drank. She placed the glass down, stood up, and walked away. I followed her outside. "You already knew," I said. She didn't turn around. "Of course I did," she said quietly. "I just needed to know how far they'd go." "Why keep seeing Mark?" I asked. She looked at me finally, eyes tired, but not sad. "Because when someone steals your peace, you steal a little back." Her honesty stung. "You think you're even now?" I asked. No. No one ever wins this kind of war." Then she left, her heels clicking against the pavement, fading into the night. A month later, I got an envelope in the mail. No return address. Inside were 4 photographs, 2 couples, smiling in public, pretending everything was fine. A note read, "Perfection is just performance. Everyone cheats on something, their partner, their truth, or themselves." No signature, but I knew it was from her. Sometimes I think about those couples, whether they stayed together, tore apart, or just learned to keep their secrets quiet. The truth is, most people don't want honesty. They want reassurance. They want to believe their lives are beautiful, even when they're built on betrayal. And me? I'm just the man who turns over the stones and watches what crawls out. That night, as I closed my office blinds, the city outside buzzed with life. Neon lights, laughter, sirens, secrets. London's perfect couples, walking hand in hand, each holding something back. I poured myself a drink and whispered into the dark. There's no such thing as the perfect couple. Only perfect liars.